Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So, last night was PowerTrip Night 1 with Iron Maiden.
It's finally here.
Finally here. We've been talking about it for the last 6 months since it's been announced. You know, we went from, oh, we're totally gonna go to, oh my god, that's so expensive. Of course we're not gonna go. And we asked Mike, Mike, if he would be so willing to take some clips for us. Just be like a reporter on the ground, so maybe we could do some commentary on it.
Yeah, we really didn't expect to get this much content, but we thought we were just gonna like talk over some B-roll. But he kind of did a full-on mini vlog.
Yeah, Mike came through. Mike got some awesome content. And so instead of doing commentary on that, I thought that we would go ahead and intro this and then play you his kind of vlog of PowerTrip and then go over our commentary like we had wanted to in the beginning. But it's too good to not share this way. So
Enjoy.
We present to you Mike's time at PowerTrip Day 1.
Well, here we are in Palm Springs, which is just an expensive Uber ride away from Indio, California, site of the PowerTrip Music Festival. It is warm, it is dry, it is in the desert, but we will survive. All for Maiden. Here we go. Well, here we are at the pop-up AC/DC high voltage bar. There is a line of people getting ready to get in. So, let's see how it looks inside. So here we have one of the official power-up signs that they used to promote the new album, and it was incorporated in music videos as well. So that's pretty neat. We've got a free tattoo studio right here. I'm not kidding, they're free. Any one of these logos you can get right there on your butt cheeks. I'd like AC on one cheek and DC on the other. And then I'll just let them put the lightning bolt wherever they want. Right here, we've got a massive merch tent, all dedicated to AC/DC. Pretty cool. I will go investigate. Here we got Adrian's vest is now famous on local Indio news. What is it? We got Channel 3 KESQ. Boom, check it out. Alright, so this place is massive and confusing, but we have to follow the red path to get to the main entrance. And this is the way to go. We have other tent camping over here, RV parking right here, Ferris wheel in the back, and desert mountains surrounding us. So our entrance is going to be close to the Holy Dive Bar. Kind of clever. And it's very hot, very sunny. It's only about 10 o'clock. It's already 85 degrees, and it's going to be pushing 104 today, which is like, I don't know, at least 39 degrees Celsius for all you rest of the world. Not wild about that. I got Pacific Northwest blood coursing through my veins. This is not gonna be good. We'll keep you updated. All right, so here is a brief view of the Lake El Dorado campsite. So you got pretty big tents here, and yeah, there's the lake. Well, I did find a little bit of shade for now, but it's very few and far in between, and when you're in the sun, it is brutal. They're not opening the main doors until 4 p.m. So a lot of this perimeter is secured by this tall white fence, and there are some openings with the tents here. The main one is where we're lined up around the corner that way, but I walked over here to find some shade for a little bit. The scenery's nice. Got some nice desert mountain views, but the heat, it's rough, not gonna lie. And we're only at like 10:30 in the morning. We got a long way to go. All right, so update on the day. It's currently 102 right now. Not quite 104 yet, but we're getting there. But at least we are right now staged in this Holy Dive Bar. Big bar, covered area. They got fans, as you can see. And it's the only bit of shade that is around. So the goal is to enter that door. Oh, there's Kyle. The goal is to enter that door closer to the event, but we'll see. There are multiple entrances everywhere, and it's going to be a cluster. So this is the first day. Unfortunately, the first day is Maiden, and we're going to have to see how it goes, because nobody really knows what's going on with the entry. I find more. All right, so we are in the gate. We got a Ferris wheel here. Got different merchandise. We got some GNR and Maiden merchandise. So it looks like they set. We are in, and we're headed to the stage. I can't even see the stage now. We're heading to the pit entrance area. So it looks like they're gonna set up specific band merchandise from each day. I don't know what this building is. And I'll have an update for you once we get to where we're going. So that is all the general mission area. And then to access the pit, you have to go either from the North Lounge or the South Lounge. And that's this entrance right here. All right, so we have arrived at the pit access. There's a north and a south, like I said. When the doors open, there will be 2 sets of GA pit entry to the stage, which is right there. Come on, focus, there you go. And so basically it's gonna be a massive wall of death right to the middle. Should be great. Can't wait for that. I've got my cute little hat on. It's very hot and sunny, as you know. And I've got a towel here too to kind of protect the back of my neck and my arms. We're just in survival mode right now, really. We've got an hour and 15 minutes until this pit access opens. And then from there is direct sun exposure to the stage. So we've got our sun right somewhere right there. I can't see. Oh, there it is. Yep. And then here's just some more festival grounds. So this is actually, this part of the festival can only be accessed from if you're pit. So you had to go through that checkpoint to get here. And then you have access to all of this. This is called the South Lounge. There is obviously the North Lounge on the other side. So we'll come back with an update once we get to the barrier. Hey, excuse me, could I get everyone's attention real quick? Who is here for Guns N' Roses? All right. Who's here for Maiden? Yeah! Maiden! All right. All right, so they are letting everybody else in. Everybody looks absolutely dead trying to get here. It's a long run from the entry gate to here. There we go, but we made it. We freaking made it. Okay. We made it to the barrier. It was a sprint toward the wall of death, and I almost died. No wheels of steel yet. Hopefully that's coming soon.
Hang on a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I fucking give up. There's a lot of you, alright? Tonight. You all got in. We started a bit late. Like, a few minutes late. Apologise for that. Apparently nobody could get in because it was busy. Surprise. Kill surprise. But welcome! Here we are. It's not hot enough. Let's get the place warmed up a little bit more, shall we? Give us a scream. Give us that one of those big fucking screams. They never go where you want them to go, do they, balloons? Unless you pop them and then they go and end up in your granny's face or whatever. Physics. It's physics. Laws of time and space. Relativity. How many of you went time traveling today? That's some good shit you're taking. Has anybody out there got a DeLorean motor car, if you know what one of those is? Oh, you're fucking kidding me. You actually have a DeLorean? How many? You have 3! You have 3 fucking DeLoreans! One to go down the shops, one because it's fucking broken down, and one to travel in time. Yeah! And those of you who can read our little backdrop up here will be able to decode exactly how many gigawatts of power are required to track a DeLorean motor car through the gates of time and space itself. Answer for postcode, please. 1.21 gigawatts of power, which probably exceeds the PA system here, but on the other hand, maybe not. So we could possibly transport you in time, but it would be tough. It would be unbelievable. So instead, we just wrote a song about it, and you can travel in time with us in our very own time machine. Just heads. Hello! Say something back. Take about 5 minutes for it to get here. Hello! Oh, I like that. That's kind of cool. And over there, I can see there are people now in the stands, whereas before there was nobody. Hello! Hello? No, they're not paying attention over there. Fucking hello! We're gonna do something off an album called Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. This features a ruined abbey, a member of Monty Python, a crystal ball, and an ex-girlfriend called Agnes. But we can't possibly call it Can I Play with Agnes? So instead it turned into this. Can I play with Agnes? Agnes.
buttholes. They finally know a song.
Well done, Mike.
Well done. That was awesome. It felt like I was there. Maiden's performance, clearly, as always, was great. It seemed like they were playing a bit faster than they usually do.
Yeah, they were definitely playing real fast. Like Iron Maiden was whipping.
Chop, chop, let's get out of here, get our paycheck and go home.
Yeah, but like looking at how the day started, like just that heat
Oh,
on its own.
That made me glad it was like something I couldn't do because God, one of the hottest shows we've ever been to was Dallas, and that was an amphitheater where we had some cover. I couldn't imagine being out in like the 100-degree heat. Just, I wouldn't survive.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of people in that video looked pretty haggard.
Mike included.
Mike included with that beautiful sun hat.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was awesome. I'm so thankful that Mike got all that content because it was just awesome. Like we weren't expecting it at all. I'm just like, just send us any clips you've got as soon as possible. Thinking like after the show, but through the day, he's like, here, I got more clips. Here's some more clips. I'm like, oh damn.
Yeah, lots of updates through the day. So it felt like we were on the ground with him yesterday.
Yeah.
And, this has been such a weird festival leading up to it that it's like we can finally see what they had planned. And, like we kind of feel or have felt a little pessimistic about the whole thing. But seeing how it was laid out now, like we can actually form an opinion on it.
Yeah, so I wanted to go over mostly like ticket sales and stuff like that because that's what I've been keeping up with. Because Desert Trip, I believe that sold out on the day that came out. That was with like Roger Waters and Who and stuff like that. And then they announced the second weekend that like when that went on sale, sold out within a day, I believe. And that's what they were expecting to happen to this.
They definitely thought this was just going to sell out immediately, and that didn't happen. So yesterday we checked out the current state of tickets, and I got a little video of that. This was maybe 5 hours before doors.
Yeah.
So if we zoom in here, and didn't you say that the configuration ended up not being exactly like this?
I don't think it was that. There was an initial map that had come out that I have saved on my phone. I will show you guys after this. And then a final map that came out, and there's a whole section of seats missing. So
Yeah. As you can see here, like, it looks almost identical to how it was like 3-ish weeks ago
yeah,
when we
it
did
really
that
hasn't
last
moved
video.
any.
And you can really see it in some of the shots, especially these
Yeah.
sides.
I believe the picture that PowerTrip posted was an aerial shot from just before Maiden. I don't think any bands were on stage at that point from what I've read, but still.
But, you know, this is the front section, and there's still, like, this
Plenty.
many seats.
Yeah.
The day of, so I think they were thinking there's going to be a surge of FOMO the week of the show, and it just didn't happen.
That's with a whole section missing. You know?
Right. They took out a section.
Of that and the grandstands. There's a small section of grandstands they took out as well.
And the weird thing about the grandstands is in the aerial photo,
They cut them out.
they cut them out. And I think it's because, I mean, looking at this right here, like, there's a lot of seats in here.
Yeah. And Bruce even made a comment at some point, like, I don't think Mike got it on video, but he mentioned, oh, it looks like there's a little bit more people in the grandstands than right before we started, so it was, like, noticeally empty
Yeah,
when
so
they
Bruce
started.
obviously because Bruce is always looking out
Yeah.
and seeing what's going on, so he saw some empty grandstands, and I'm surprised he pointed that out.
Yeah. And about 3 weeks ago, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, suddenly pit tickets went unavailable. Oh, they're sold out. And I'll show you here on my phone because I saved the screenshot my friend sent. They went unavailable. But you could join a waiting list. And to join that waiting list, you had to pay a $15 deposit. And then that's a waitlist auto charge. You will be charged a refundable deposit today, and the remainder of your request will be auto charged if it's fulfilled. So I think that was them trying to get people to be like, oh no, it's sold out, I better join the waitlist. And then all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, a ticket would become available and they'd be auto charged $1,700.
So they attempted artificial FOMO.
And they became perfectly available like 2 days later.
Yeah.
And never went unavailable again. And you can see from that aerial footage that there's plenty of space in there. Like, yeah, I know because of fire safety and stuff, you can't absolutely pack those areas, but you definitely could have fit, like, a lot more people
Well, looking
in
at
there.
that front pit area, they could have sold a lot more
Yeah,
tickets in there.
absolutely. So the fact that it went sold out is just like,
Yeah,
okay,
definitely not
I
sold
feel like
out.
you were trying to make that artificial FOMO, and then somebody's going to be like, oh God, $15, that's not so bad. Oh no, $1,700, not refundable.
So basically, this is one of the very few events where ticket scalpers got absolutely fucked.
Yeah. We've got the original map where you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, 5 seated sections. No, 6? Yes, 6. There's six rows of seated sections on here. And then we go to the final map, and there are 5. There's a whole thing missing, and a section missing from the grandstands.
How weird is that?
Isn't that weird? They didn't sell enough, so they had to kind of finagle it to make it look the way it looks.
Or, you know, they wanted to bring GA just a few feet closer.
I don't know if they care that much, but yeah, everybody got a little bit closer, I'm sure, but yeah.
But like we saw some videos from the cheaper back GA, and man, they were far away. In fact, even in Mike's video,
Yeah.
Bruce is like, "Oh, it's gonna take 5 minutes for
Yeah,
for the yell to get back."
Yeah.
So the section had their own screens, and like there was a live stream that we had tapped into during the first part of the show, and it was mostly filming that screen. It was massive, but it almost looked like if you weren't super tall, there was like a barricade kind of covering your view of the stage a little bit.
It was just, the whole place was flat, and that was a problem for a lot of those, like, further back sections, and I'll see if I can find it, but there was a photo of when PowerTrip was getting set up, where you can see the seats of the front sections were right in front of a fence that was by a pit. So it's like, I know here most people stand instead of sitting down, but like if you bought like this $1,500 seat with the intention of sitting down, you weren't going to see anything because there'd be a wall of people in front of you standing up. So that was another issue.
Yeah, I mean, like looking at the aerial photo, I think it sold better than I initially thought it would.
But if you take into account the section of seats that were missing.
Yeah, I mean, they made it look better by taking out some seat sections.
They fluffed it a bit.
But I don't think the bands had a bad time.
No, absolutely not. There was a few funny things I wanted to go over that Mike kind of cut it off just before Guns N' Roses went on, but after the show he messaged just a couple things that I thought were funny. He said, crowd summary is best recapped by a quote from the guy next to me. PA goes over and does the Alexander intro. Then my son asked for thyself another kingdom. And the guy next to him goes, Number of the Beast? So, just any spoken intro, I guess, is seen as Number of the Beast.
It's Number of the Beast.
And then he said there was so many people bitching about the set list. Somebody near him said, I wanted to hear Aces High. What the hell?
Wrong tour.
Should have gone last year.
Yeah, like, again, we've been saying this since the beginning, is this isn't Maiden's crowd. I did think it was cool, that clip that Mike got, like asking who was there to see Guns N' Roses, and it was quiet. But I just wonder if, you know, Maiden's fan base is more rabid and therefore shows up earlier.
Well, that's the thing too, is like, I feel like they're generally a younger fan base because like Maiden has just always attracted the youth. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, like, what decade it is. They've always attracted the youth. Whereas
like the youth.
I feel like Guns N' Roses fans are more likely to get seats or hang back, you know, not be right up in it. And also, Maiden was going on first. So, of course, all the people that are clamoring to get up there are probably going to be, you know, Maiden fans that really want to see Maiden up close.
But, like, from the live feed that we had gotten into, like, we had watched the 3 in a row Senjutsu songs and, like, we could barely find a hand in the air.
Yeah, it was a little tame for that, and there was a lot of people walking around, obviously, probably like, oh, I'll go get a beer during this song. Oh, I don't know this one either.
I really think that the vast majority of that crowd only knows, like if it wasn't played on Live After Death, they haven't heard these songs.
Well, Prisoner came on during the live stream. We saw like some hands go up, so it's like, oh, there they are. There's fans.
Yeah. Death of the Celts, you know, killed it again,
as always. But yeah, I mean, they did a good job, and I think they enjoyed themselves, and they got their paycheck, and they got the hell out of there. So
they pissed right off. My question that we're probably never going to know the answer to is, was this profitable?
I don't know. All the bands are going home with lined pockets, but for the promoter, I could never tell you because it's like...
No, we're not going to know.
You know, those tickets were really, really expensive, so it's like, did that pay... I don't know how much you're paying the band, so it's like, did that cover, you know, everything you needed to cover, or...
Well, I mean, these bands are so expensive to book.
Yeah.
You got AC/DC in there.
Oh, see... That's the only thing I'm jealous of, is the fact that AC/DC is playing there. But I've heard rumors that there's a world tour next year. So.
And this kind of sets up, again, for now that Maiden's last show of the year has concluded,
time for
really
dates.
Any day from now, we could get an announcement for next year.
Yeah, so I'm just so excited for next year because, with Bruce touring, sounds like it's gonna be a fall tour, so it could be a little while before we hear of dates. I think it'll probably be before the end of the year, but I don't, a lot of people thought it would be immediately after PowerTrip. I think it'll be more like November that we get dates.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna start in September and go maybe through November. I don't know.
Possibly.
I don't know if they usually tour in November, but I don't know. I'm just excited because we're gonna get Bruce next year, and we're gonna get Maiden, maybe AC/DC. So.
Oh man, a lot of vlogging.
Busy year.
Well, anyway, thank you, Mike.
Yes.
That was a very good It was very good for the viewers and us.
Yeah, I was like, damn, you came through, Mike. Like,
Yeah.
he was sending, like, James the clips all day. I'm like, is he really? Like, I told him ASAP. I'm like, just wait till after the show and just make sure you get him to us, like, before we wake up in the morning. He was, like, on it. So,
Yeah.
awesome job. We all very much appreciate that. It was cool to, like, kind of see all the AC/DC stuff. Because obviously James is a big AC/DC fan, too.
Absolutely. So we've got 2 days left of this festival.
Yeah.
And I was thinking there's going to be different people there tonight, but it's going to be the exact same crowd.
Yeah, and I thought that about the empty seats too. It's like, sure, maybe if you're not into Maiden or Guns N' Roses, you'd skip. But I feel like if you spent that much money, you would still go.
Yeah.
So maybe some of the empty seats were bought and nobody was there for that night, but I don't feel like it had to be that many.
No, I feel like what we saw on the ticket website matches what we saw on the aerial view for empty seats.
Yeah, did I show that yet? One last thing was the aerial photo that PowerTrip shared. Like I said, I think that this was just before Maiden went on. And you can zoom in and actually see like all of the same sort of lines that were available on the map. And they're hiding the grandstands. I don't know if that's for a reason because, if it's before Maiden went on, Bruce pointed out there wasn't a whole lot of people in the grandstands to begin with. But, like, even the pit's not full.
That front pit is, I would have thought that the crowd would at least expand to or just past the screens.
Yeah, because I understand, like, the fire safety and stuff like that. You're not going to pack it out, but...
But that is, like... pretty empty, really.
And after they said it was sold out and they were trying to put you on a wait list, like...
Right, like, what kind of bullshit is that?
What was that? I want to know what that was. But...
Desperation is what that was.
Yeah, even, like, the back sections of GA, of course, they're not going to be completely packed out, but there's, there's plenty of room back there, so...
I just feel bad for the 5% of people that just went, oh, I want to go, and then bought a GA ticket, and they thought they were going to weasel their way to the front, and they're just back there.
Yeah. No, $600, like, basing off of what our friend Caleb sent us, like, that's not a great view for having paid that much money. Like, it seems like a decent deal, it's $100 a band, but, like, when you're basically just, like, watching a movie, it's not okay.
But anyway, tell us your thoughts on it. Like, if you went to PowerTrip, how was it? Because we're genuinely interested how your experience was, no matter where you were. What did you see, and how did the bands perform last night?
Yeah, and tonight's show is obviously going to be the best night because you've got Judas Priest and AC/DC. Like, it's the best.
The return of AC/DC. I'm definitely jealous of whoever's seeing that.
I'm very jealous of that. I'm not $1,000 jealous of that, but if there was day tickets, we would have been like, maybe we should.
Possibly, yeah.
But yeah, tell us if you went, if it was worth it, and what you guys think, if you're still like, that festival sucks, but... Yeah.
And how much were the drinks and the food and everything?
Yeah, because
we want to know.
That's something Mike didn't get because obviously he's trying to get his little ass to the front. But I'd like to know that because we didn't get any info on that.
Yeah. So fill us in, then maybe we'll fill everybody else in later if we find anything else out.
Nah, I don't think we're doing another PowerTrip video.
Okay, we're officially done with PowerTrip.
Yeah, I'm done covering PowerTrip. Like,
Maiden's played. We're done.
They're like our 4th or 5th video. Maiden's played. I don't care. Like, I'll look up AC/DC's footage and just go. But that's about it.
I wonder if they're going to play For Those About to Rock.
Oh my god. Yes.
Well, on that disappointment,
it's time to end. Well, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.